Good morning, guys. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. It is Wednesday. It's actually Duncan's last day before he has to go back to school. It's not even morning. I don't know why I said that, but okay. It's just the way I normally start the vlog. But I'm showered and shaved and ready to start the day, sort of. DHL has already been here this morning. They dropped off a couple of pair of headphones, active noise canceling earbuds. Very interesting. I've started hearing more and more about companies doing that, and now I've got a pair of them here, so cool stuff. Other than that, fairly laid back morning so far. I'm getting ready to write one of the biggest checks that I've ever had to write about the deck. The deck is not quite done. They just are asking for the next payment, so gotta go get our checkbook, write that, maybe try to figure something out for Duncan and I for lunch. I don't think we're gonna eat, I don't know if we're gonna eat here or not. Sorry, it's dark. And you know, I just happen to be walking back into the room. I look over here and I see a stack of things that are left undone. The rest of the room is sort of a stack of things that are left undone, but this in particular bugs me, and I know several of you guys have been asking about it. Got to figure out a time and a way to mount those things. And the plan, as it ever was, is to take two of the big ones and put them right here side by side. One of the big ones over there between the monitors and the TV, big one here, and then little ones right here. I was planning to put one of the big ones where this bookshelf is, but the bookshelf ended up not moving out. I don't honestly know. I mean, the biggest problem with it is it involves having 4 of those little plates per panel, and that involves screwing 4 of them into the back of each panel and then 4 of them into the wall, and that's just a little bit much. I was going to do it when my dad was here last and we just ended up not. Maybe I'll figure out a way to do it with just the 2 on top. I mean, there's not a whole lot of shaking that goes on, so if I could just mount them, I don't know, I'll think about it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and write this check and then try to figure out the rest of the day. Whew, sweaty. It's hot outside. I literally wrote the check, took it outside to the guys, and ended up talking to the guy that owns the company's brother who does a lot of the construction. He's been here practically every day, and so he was showing me through some of the things we haven't had a chance to talk about, telling me the status and how long it's going to take and what they're doing today. And after today, I think all the framing and the roof and everything are going to be done on it, so there's just like electricity and the ceiling and just a couple other minor things that have left to be done. But just standing out there for maybe 3 or 4 minutes, I'm sweaty. I'm not like soaked and drenched, but I'm sweating. So I can't imagine how those guys are doing it. Anyway, about time to grab a little lunch. Well, that was an awful lot of fun. I've been actually sitting here for the last 40 minutes or so. There's a guy named Dusty who does a podcast. I'm trying to look up his specific information. Dusty Porter. And he does a podcast called the YouTube Creators Hub. And he reached out to me like 5 days ago to see if I'd be interested in being on his podcast. And we actually just finished up filming it. Took, like I said, about 40 minutes total. And according to him, that's actually going to be up later today. So I'll try to remember to put a link down in the description to where you guys can check it out. I'll have the link from him here shortly. But we just talked about, you know, my history on YouTube and how I got into reviewing products and my camera and microphone setup and everything. I talked a little bit about editing videos using the PlayStation controller and the Xbox controller, because one of his questions were, are there any pieces of equipment or software you use on a daily basis you could not live without? And I talked to him about how, you know, I used the Shuttle Pro for a long time, and I've moved in the direction now, since it died, of using a PlayStation controller, and it's been really interesting using that. But yeah, make sure to check out that podcast. Again, I'll have a link to that down below. And other than that, it's probably time to go ahead and get back to work, because Duncan and I have to go have haircuts here in a little while, and I've got more stuff I need to get done. Time for haircuts. So we got a long mop of a hair. All right, much better, lighter, fluffier. Let's go, maybe go hunt some Pokemon. We'll go hunt Pokemon for a minute and then we'll go get Ellis.
Which one?
L. L for lobby. Blah. Blah. Alright, out on the hunt for Pokemon. Because Duncan's last day of summer, we might as well have a little bit of fun. Man, it's hot out here. There's this area, really pretty area down by the river we've never been to, and supposedly there are all sorts of water-type Pokemon down here. So things like Dratini and Goldeen, and what else was there, Duncan?
Magikarp.
Magikarp, yep. We need lots of Magikarp.
Sounds like Milkcarp.
Anyway, let's hunt some Pokemons. It's really pretty out here, but water doesn't look so great. I wouldn't be interested in swimming in that. Probably should have brought the ND filter. Sorry, Kyle. Beautiful though. You find all the Pokemons?
I find any.
Haven't found any? Work hard. We found a real life Pokemon. I know that joke is used to death, but there you go. There's a Pidgey. And I think that's actually gonna end our Pokemon hunting session for today. It's so hot out here. He's sweating, I'm sweating. We're done. Didn't really catch anything. We drove by earlier and he was saying that there were Dratini and stuff down by the river, so we wanted to come check and it was a bust. Oh well. And a little while later, we've all made it home. Ellis played for a little bit and passed out. And it is food time. And it's another Home Chef night. So what is this?
Shrimp and grits.
Shrimp and grits. Sounds very southern.
We've never even eaten shrimp and grits before, so we
Yeah.
have no idea.
We will see shortly. And Duncan is nachoing it. Shrimp is good. Shrimp is very shrimptastic. And the grits are very gritty.
The grits are fun.
They're very dark. Lots of backlight. Yeah, that dinner was pretty interesting. I did forget to mention earlier, UPS showed up, and I don't think I even mentioned it the other day, but when I started teaching Duncan how to skate, when we were out there on the penny board and everything, I came to the realization the penny board was actually too small for me, and I ordered a skateboard. I know, I should not have. It was an impulse thing. It was $20. I'm gonna call it Joker board. It's not really showing the right color here on camera, but this is very much purple, and the wheels are very green. On the camera, it's looking more blue like Duncan's shoes, but it is very much a very strong purple color. If I can find one, I'd like to get like a Joker sticker to put in here, but pretty much it's just a simple nickel board instead of a penny board, and it's not penny branded. So it's got the rubber wheels, make it a little easier to roll on the road, and it's 27 inches instead of 21 or 22. Should be kind of fun. And a couple of these arrived. These are apparently suitcases, luggage for the boys. So we got that one here and then one over there. Maybe we'll take a look at those in a minute. But for the moment, I think I'm actually going to take this outside and just see how it rolls on the ground. So we're breaking into them.
Yeah.
What did you do?
I bought, since we're getting ready to go on vacation and we're flying, the boys don't have proper suitcases.
And now they do.
Is that mine?
Yep.
Whoa.
It's Marvel.
So we've got Thor, Captain America, the Hulk, Hawkeye, Black Widow.
They're very neat.
Cool.
And they're
Hard side?
hard side suitcases. So
Are there suitcases inside the suitcases?
No.
So it's just one.
it's just one suitcase. They're on sale at Pottery Barn, so I bought two. They're just alike.
They're pretty decent size.
They're decent size and they're spinners.
And these are ones that'll get checked.
Yes, these are the suitcases that Duncan and Ellis are going to check. So they're very shiny.
Cool. So think you fit inside that? I think Ellis would fit inside of it.
They're spinner kind. So most children's suitcases don't come in spinner.
Yeah, they just got two wheels.
Yeah.
So tear it open, see what it looks like.
Let's see what it looks like on the inside.
Oh, it's
that's
got a
really
pocket
nice.
separator. So you've got one big pocket you can zip off, and then stuff to put your clothes in over there with the straps.
Yeah.
So Duncan will fit in this side, and Ellis will fit in that side. No? By the way, deck status update. Lots of work was done today. We have I think, all of the framing done. So all of the posts are up, all of the rails, everything's been sanded down. So like, I think up until today, these were not sanded down. These were, but they spent some time today. I watched them, they sanded these down. We got handrails here, very nice. Most everything is screwed into place. They put all the shingles on the top, and I think they did the flashing, so should be all sealed up and very cool. We'll get back and get a better look from distance. There you go, that's a nice looking deck. Once it's all stained and everything, it'll be even better. And one thing I didn't expect with all this, but I'm very happy about, is we got a secret door on the side. So we can put a little lock on this if we want, and then just open it up, and whatever, yeah, that's where the monsters will live. But yeah, in the whole plans and everything, I don't recall that being a part of it, but not complaining. Before, we actually had lattice all around it, and the lattice was all torn up, but it was all open underneath, so we could put stuff under there. Unfortunately, it's not very tall. It's like 3 feet, maybe. So we're not gonna be able to like walk under there, obviously, but we can push longer things under there, maybe ladders and wheelbarrow and things that don't necessarily need to be completely covered up, also don't have to be in the garage. But yeah, deck status looking good. Hopefully they'll fill in these holes pretty soon, because that's danger. That's definitely danger. Well, we finally had to wake Ellis up. He was not about to get up on his own.
No.
And you're doing some sort of a Facebook party thing tonight?
Yeah.
About books and whatnot?
Yeah.
Good stuff. And watching the Olympics at the same
And watching
time.
Olympics at the same time.
Yeah. Good stuff.
And I fed the baby.
Yeah.
I'm multitasking.
Yeah. And he's got one more bottle and then he'll be done for the night. And you know what? I think that's actually where I'm going to wrap things up for this evening. Sorry, the lens is probably fogging up on me because it's very warm out here and cool inside. It's about 9 o'clock. Duncan's in bed. Christina's doing her thing for a little while. I sincerely want to run over to the skate park because it is still light enough to go out and have a little bit of fun, play on the new Joker board. I'll probably just end up doing that tomorrow morning though. And I will say it is an absolutely beautiful sunset out here tonight. Again, one of those times that makes having this deck a little more worthwhile and reminds me that we are probably going to have to screen it in before too much longer. We'll have to figure that out. And my parents are calling, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for spending this day with us and Duncan's last day of summer. And we'll see you again tomorrow.